This design is actually the design that I wore for St. Patrick's Day last year, and I decided to do a tutorial for it this year. I'm going to start off by reverse stamping the cloud image as well as the pot of gold image that I'm going to use. So one little thing about this cloud stamping plate is it is actually not the best quality. I've had a very hard time trying to get these images to transfer, and I just got lucky with this one. I will have everything linked in the description box below, but just a heads up, if you are looking at getting the cloud stamping plate, those stamping plates for some reason are just really hard to get the images to transfer cleanly. So I'm going to go ahead and fill in all of the clouds, and I do all of the clouds except for I do all the clouds, not just the ones I'm going to need, because you never know when you're going to accidentally rip an image or if you're going to need to have more of the same images. So it's just easier to have everything already reverse stamped so that you don't have to wait if that does happen. I'm going to go ahead and switch to the nail polish brush. And then I'm going to move on to reverse stamping the cauldron for the pot of gold. All right, next up is going to be drawing the rainbow. And this was actually very easy to do. Now you can totally do this on a piece of plastic wrap. You could do this on a plastic baggie. You could do this on a nail art mat. I chose to do this on the stamper because for me it was going to be way easier for me to transfer the image to the nail with the stamper, so I just chose to do it that way. Next, I'm going to be adding some top coat and then added some green crystals to this pink nail. And I just chose to do a pink nail because I wanted to incorporate pink, but you can do whatever color you want on this nail. Next up is for a clover pattern that is all over the nail. And this one I made kind of wonky for some reason. I don't know what my deal is. I have a very hard time drawing clovers. Sometimes I do it and it turns out great. Other times it looks like a teddy bear. So I'm just going to go ahead and do one big clover in the middle of the nail, and then I'm going to do 4 clovers, one on each corner of the nail to fill in the pattern. Now you could totally do this with a dotting tool, you could do this with a detail brush, you can even do this with a toothpick if you need to, or even the end of a bobby pin. And at the end of this video, I'm actually going to be showing how I can very easily peel off designs on this Nail Tech practice hand because I use a peel off base coat. So I'm going to be showing that as well as how I get the nails ready for whatever other designs I'm going to do. I'm just going to continuously fill out this pattern. Depending on how big or small your nail is will probably just depend on how many clovers you want to do. You could totally just do one for a minimalistic look, or you could do more than one, completely up to you. Next, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp on the clover, or the, I'm just going to go ahead and stamp on all the images onto the rainbow nail. Draw the pot of gold, get the cloud image on, and I'm going to go ahead and top coat everything. Now be careful when you top coat designs like this because you really want to make sure that you float the top coat over, because otherwise you can just, the brush will accidentally smear everything, especially for a design like this. So just do it very lightly and very gently. And I'm going to go ahead and top coat every nail. And these were the colors that I used. I used Zoya's Tweety, Thandy. I used Zoya's Pippa, Zoya's Josie, Zoya's Willa, Zoya's Merida, Zoya's Purity, Dory, Ryder, Ziv, Milla, Lillian, and Mira. And this is how I peel off all the designs. Using a peel off base coat is a tip that I wish I had seen other people do with these type of things. This has actually saved me a lot of time, and I love this tip, to use a peel off base coat. It is kind of out of focus because I wasn't able for some reason to get my camera to focus, but you get the idea. So once everything is peeled off, all I do for the rest of this is I just put on another layer of the peel off base coat, and everything is ready to go. Everything comes off very smoothly. So if you do have a nail tech practice hand like this and you don't want to continuously buy fake nails for it, just use a peel off base coat and it works great.